It might be March, but it still very much feels like winter in Syracuse. Nearly a foot of snow in the past 36 hours. Of course, that won't stifle the enthusiasm of the Orange fans as they pack the Carrier Dome for the finale of the ACC regular season. Syracuse and 18th ranked Clemson. Hi, everybody. Great to have you with us. Evan Lepler with Jason Capel. And it's obviously a must-win day for the Orange after their loss at BC. For Clemson, they can lock up the double bye. They've been playing good basketball. Marquise Reed was key on Wednesday against the Seminoles.
When you talk about Syracuse trying to right the ship headed into ACC tournament play, and the Clemson Tigers, winners of 2 in a row, their strength is in the backcourt, led by Marquise Reed, 22 points, can score at all 3 levels. He has to bring his game here on the road in a tough environment. And for the Syracuse Orange, Tyus Battle has done the job of the big 3, 29 big points against Boston College. He needs help from the front court here this afternoon.
It will be critical that he finds some scoring assistance here today. Well, Syracuse and Clemson have played thrillers the past 2 seasons. Both games right down to the wire, decided by 1. We expect another one today. Tigers and Orange coming up.
ACC basketball is being brought to you by Geico, saving people money for over 75 years. By Gatorade, win from within. By your Carolina Ford dealers. And by Bojangles, it's bow time.
First and only meeting of the regular season on the final day of the season. The Tigers and the Orange here inside the Carrier Dome, where the Tigers won in overtime 2 years ago. Last year, Syracuse won at Little John at the buzzer on a Tyus Battle 3. Food Lions starting lineups: Reed, Mitchell, DeVoe, Thomas, and Sims. And Howard, Battle, Brissett, Dolajai, and Chukwu. Tyus Battle begins the day 11 points away from 1,000. Very few players in Syracuse history have scored 1,000 by the end of their sophomore year, and Battle could hit that historic milestone today. Marquise Reed, double figures, 25 of Clemson's 29 games this year. Jason Capel, they're going for their 23rd win of the season here today.
In a history-making win by the Tigers in their last contest against Florida State. 11 conference wins in the ACC, looking for number 12 here on the final day.
Making history with a uniform choice today. Brand new uniforms for the Tigers, the paw front. Syracuse in the home whites on senior day. A couple of walk-ons, 4 managers honored before the game. The Orange win the opening tip. If Jim Boeheim is going to get to the NCAA tournament for the 33rd time, they got to get this one. Not a good start. DeVoe.
Clemson starts out in man-to-man and very active with their hands. Live ball turnovers lead to easy opportunities.
How about this?
Coach Boeheim immediately, less than 30 seconds to begin this game, already calling a timeout and having a word with his point guard, Frank Howard. And you just cannot start a game like this. Lackadaisical pass by Howard gets deflected away. And Clemson is playing great basketball over the last 2 contests.
Timeout gives us a chance to talk about our Carolina Ford keys to the game. What you got, Jason?
Well, for the Tigers, poise and patience versus the zone. But if you're getting run-out opportunities, that helps the cause there. But you can't settle for outside shots if you're the Tigers. And for Syracuse, front court production. We know all about the big 3 of Syracuse. When you talk about Battle, Howard, as well as Brissett, someone in the front court has to step up. It can be a collection of people, but you need that production inside.
When was the last time you saw a timeout called 27 seconds into the game?
Well, you're setting a tone. This is a Syracuse team that has lost 3 in a row, trying to right the ship here on their home court as they head into ACC tournament play next week.
O'Shea Brissett with 4 to shoot, gets to the basket and banks it in.
Brissett is a good-looking freshman. Has been consistent all season, can attack off the bounce, has a prowess for knocking down 3-point shots as well.
First offensive possession. Straightaway 3, too strong for DeVoe. Kept alive by Battle. Frank Howard, the junior. Over to Battle. Scored 29 on Wednesday night in a loss at BC. Disappointing result for the Orange. They entered today thinking they need this one, maybe a couple in the ACC tournament. Here's Brissett. And a foul on the floor is going to keep it with the orange. Elijah Thomas has a look of, wait, me?
Shea Brissett doing a nice job moving without the basketball, flashes to the middle. Then just a solid one-on-one play, attacking the paint. Little window shopping off the glass for the two. And Brad Brownell, when you talk to him about this Clemson team, the first thing he says, they need Elijah Thomas on the floor and out of foul trouble. And there, a quick foul inside. He immediately goes to the bench.
Another foul on the Tigers. Mark Donnell into the game, picks up the quick foul. Clemson, number 18 in the nation. They're in the top 10 in the RPI, Jason. Syracuse has beaten a top 10 team every season since 06-07. They haven't done it this year. Clemson's number 18 in the polls, but they are a top 10 RPI team. And the Orange need a win over a ranked team. It would be their first. Nobody home on the kick-out feed.
Already 2 turnovers for the Syracuse Orange. You have to take care of the basketball. This is a Clemson team. They do not turn it over a lot. 13 assists their last contest, only 9 turnovers, so you can't give them more opportunities on the offensive end.
Shelton Mitchell, good to see him back out there. His 3rd game back for the Tigers. There's 3 from the wing, knocked down by Reed.
Marquise Reed has been as steady as they come throughout this season. Dante Grantham goes down for the year with an ACL. Marquise Reed takes over the scoring load. He carries his game on the road as well.
Howard knocks down the 3. Five all at the Dome. This is the 11th game without Grantham. Tigers were 6-4 without Dante. There's a bad pass, fortuitously finds Reed, and he was fouled on the baseline. O'Shea Brissett picks it up.
Coach Brad Brownell telling his team to move the basketball. Again, that's the poise and patience against the zone. And Dante Grantham out for the year with an ACL tear. He was having a breakout year. Finally playing his natural position. Very confident. Give Coach Brownell a lot of credit. He has led this team, doing an excellent job, but a nice block there defensively by Chukwu, stepping up to the high post, taking away that shot from Donnell.
Chukwu, 2nd in the league in block shots, his first of the day. Orange looking for their first lead. Dolezaj didn't take a shot on
Good
Wednesday.
move.
There you go.
How about the spin cycle? Attack, get a piece of the paint, force the defender to shift, and then spin off of him for an easy 2 inside.
How about the aggressiveness? Just for the 3rd time all year, he didn't take a field goal against BC. Mitchell's shot won't go. Howard's got the rebound.
You cannot settle for strictly outside shots against that zone. You have to shift it, make it move.
Battle to the basket. And 1. No, they wave it off. Offensive foul is the call, and it's Battle's first instead.
You hear the moans, rather the boos from the home crowd.
Looked like the referee was doing the
Absolutely.
and 1.
I thought it was an and 1, a big-time play to get the crowd even more involved here early in this contest.
What happened to the hand on the back of the head for the charge?
Sometimes officials get a little excited, too. This is a big-time ball game. 2 teams fighting for a win.
Force the pass into Donald, and I think they're going to get
And you
Howard.
don't have to do that, Evan. The ball's on the floor. Howard clearly grabbed the back of DeVoe. A costly turnover there.
All three big scores for the Orange with one personal foul in the first 5 minutes. 2-point game at the Dome. 4 to go first half. Our First Citizens Bank Forever First feature. Jim Boeheim, 921 wins, synonymous with Syracuse basketball, and about 921,000 conversations with the officials.
Well, Coach Boeheim didn't like the last call, but I think this little visit with the official may go back to the charging play. You see right there, the rotation comes over, but the offensive player is already off the ground. You can't slide under and put your body in front. I thought that should have been an and-one opportunity. But against a short shot clock, the ball's on the floor, 50-50 play. It's going to result in a jump ball. Frank Howard just reaches and grabs Gabe DeVoe on the floor. That was costly because the Orange in their zone has done the job here early.
Michael Stevens, Jerry Heater, and Earl Walton, the officials, as the Tigers turn it over out of the timeout.
The officials are stopping action on that pass from Gabe DeVoe. A lady sitting in the front row took that basketball to the face. So the trainers are being alerted to the baseline. We just hope this loyal fan is okay.
Got to be ready. Dangerous spots for the photographers down the baseline.
The photographers, the fans. That was a hot basketball that Gabe DeVoe tried to thread the needle there. No one there to stop it. If your head is not on a swivel, ready for action. You're that close to the game. You are a part of what's going on the floor. Once again, you just hope she's okay and can continue on throughout this game.
And the officials sending both teams back to the bench. Brad Brownell already has his third 20-win season as the head coach of the Tigers. Trying to get the Tigers back to the NCAA tournament. Of course, they will snap a 6-year drought when their name is called 8 days from now.
And that can't go unnoticed. Brad Brownell has done the job leading his team. They're going to be an NCAA tournament player this year. But right now, they're playing for something even more. You're talking about possibly a top 4 finish in ACC play, an historic year, winning 11 games. And the Tigers playing good basketball headed into the most important time of the year.
Those standings include the updated result, Miami by 1 over Virginia Tech in a great game. That helps out Clemson because the Hokies had the tiebreaker with the Tigers. There's a nice drive to the basket. O'Shea Brissett, his second bucket.
Brissett, great use of the basketball. He's not wasting any dribbles. He's attacking the paint, trying to get closer to the rim. Defense hasn't rotated over, and he's finding easy baskets inside.
Swarming Syracuse defense, and they find the gap. Nice finish by DeVoe.
You have to move the zone. Ball and body movement. You can't settle for outside shot. You can't try to go 1-on-5. It's too long, too wide, and they step up on the wings. You can't allow yourself to catch it and be trapped there early.
Snapped about a 3-minute scoring drought for the Tigers. Dolajai looking for his offense. Donnell the rebound.
Partner, you mentioned the Miami Hurricanes.
Yep.
There aren't many teams playing as good a basketball as they are. 2 consecutive buzzer beaters, and now a big win against Virginia Tech as well. They're playing great basketball headed into Brooklyn next week.
Who in your mind had the best buzzer beater of the week in the ACC?
Oh, hands down, it had to be UVA just because of the circumstance.
Sure.
But the one-leg shot by Jaquan Newton was big time back and forth game. But I've just never seen a game end as the one at Louisville did.
That was nuts.
Faith, belief, sticking to the game plan. And the Syracuse Orange have shown up to play this afternoon, really attacking the defense of Clemson, getting high percentage shots, 15 feet and in.
Marquise Reed And the gang rebound secured by Howard. Dolezaj joins the play. Howard shoots top of the key. And they've got the hold on Marquise Reed on the rebound.
The activity of Brissett has been impressive so far in this first half. He's moving without the ball, not allowing himself to be boxed out. The want to is what jumps out at you right now early in this contest by Syracuse.
Has certainly been a wild final week of the regular season in the ACC. These two teams have played wild games the last couple of years, all leading toward Brooklyn beginning on Tuesday. Dolezaj no good, Clemson the other way.
But you'll live with that miss because he's taking the shots, he's being aggressive, he has an attacking mindset, and that's what you need. When I say the others have to step up, front court production, you need guys to want to take shots and not be afraid of missing.
On the baseline, Syracuse ball. When we hear you talk about the others, it sounds like you're talking about the TV show Lost, but you're really talking about that non-big three. Orange, every time they've won a game this year, someone has basically, outside that big three, scored more than 7 points.
And it doesn't have to just be one person. But Dolezaj has to step up, Chukwu has to step up, the others have to be ready to produce. And if you get a collective effort from everybody, 4 to 5 points, now you're talking about having great balance on your ball club.
Shot clock winding down, Howard realizes it, catches the iron, but the rebound for Clemson's DeVoe.
And now is when Clemson has to attack, push tempo before that zones can get set, and you're gonna get a good look at the basket.
Reed back to the perimeter. Short on the jumper, Malik William. Clemson back to William, he's denied.
The activity defensively in this zone has been impressive in the first half. Talked about Clemson needing to have poise and patience, but they've been taking out of their offensive flow. And conversely on the other side, Syracuse has found their flow. Frank Howard, 3-ball corner pocket.
Howard, they initially said foot on the line. They called it a 2. We'll see if they check it during the break.
He thought it was 3. He went down low with the 3.
They got Donnell over the back. That's his second. Marek Dolezaj with 4 points. Frank Howard's got 5. Orange with an early lead over the Tigers. Network, an exclusive production of Raycom Sports, streaming live right now on the ACC.com and on the official ACC mobile app. And our coverage of ACC basketball today is being broadcast on AFN, the American Forces Network. We welcome the nearly 1 million men and women of the U.S. Army, Air Force, Navy, Coast Guard, and Marines stationed around the globe in 175 countries and on the high seas. We're so proud to have you with us. We thank you for your service. We hope you're enjoying the coverage so far. Jim Boeheim appreciating the aggressiveness of his freshman from Slovakia.
He's been aggressive here in this first half, and you think back to the last contest against Boston College, the Big Three scored 64 of the 70 points and took 46 of the 50 shots. You need guys to step up and at least look to be aggressive offensively, and Dolezaj has done just that, and there you see again the activity crashing the boards, getting the Orange another offensive possession.
Using every inch of his wingspan to secure that offensive rebound. Brissett unable to finish with the left. Clemson's offense has gone pretty quiet. And the zone defense just collapsed upon that pass. Howard inside, Sidibe unable to finish, but Howard perseveres, and free throws coming for Cuse.
Right now in this first half, Syracuse is the aggressor and they're playing harder. 50-50 balls in the backcourt are going the way of the white jerseys. Unable to finish inside, but point guard Frank Howard, that little chit-chat he had with Coach Boeheim after the beginning of the game, the first turnover, has really got him fired up, playing well here.
When you were coaching, did you ever call a timeout in the first minute of a game?
I'm sure I did. Because you work on things, you discuss how you want to start a game. And when a player, a point guard, comes out and turns it over as soon as he crosses half court, that's a sign that your team isn't locked in. You need to get him back on the tracks early. We've seen Frank Howard. He's back on the tracks and playing well here to lead this ball club.
Well, the emphasis during that timeout, 27 seconds in, has seemingly paid off. Thomas too hot on the feed for Skara.
Clemson is turning the ball over at a rapid rate. Was that a good look by Thomas? Yes, but Skara was not ready for it. A no-look pass, high-low. Kick that ball to the corner to a shooter. Allow Skara to crash the glass. He was not looking for that pass.
Tigers now have 3 made field goals and 4 turnovers in the first quarter of this game. Howard, no. Rebound, DeVoe. DeVoe, Mitchell, Reed, the backcourt will try to help him stabilize. Oh, nearly a loud block, but instead a foul. Sidibe is claiming it was him, and they do give it to Barama Sidibe.
I thought that foul was going to be called on Brissett coming from the weak side.
That's a good teammate right there.
Absolutely. You take one for the team. Understanding that Brissett is averaging around 38 minutes per game. But a nice job by Thomas. Bigs are taught, do your work early. He ducked in, got inside position. Earned himself a trip to the line where he knocks down the first.
First point for Thomas. Scored double figures 4 straight games. Averaging 12 points in Clemson's last 4. 2 for 2 for Thomas. Had been a 12-2 run for the Orange until those free throws. Thomas poked it away near the backcourt line. Battle runs it down. Tyus Battle still hasn't scored. Hangs in the air. Dolezaj fakes it, kicks it. Battle. No. Thomas the rebound. What impressed you the most about the Tigers' win on Wednesday against the Seminoles?
Or just the poise. Taking the runs from Florida State and continuing to plug away. And it's because of the balance of this Clemson team. And we're seeing it right now. Gabe DeVoe as well as Marquise Reed are the guys that score the ball from the perimeter. Shelton Mitchell is a nice point guard. And Elijah Thomas is a guy that gets it done inside. Got a little help there. Sidibe lost his footing. That opened the route for that pass to get in there. And Thomas right now 3 for 3 from the foul line.
60% free throw shooter on the season. 11 and 8 for Elijah on Wednesday night. It's the 5th time this year that the Seminoles have won after trailing by double figures. That was last weekend against Georgia Tech. Most in school history for the Tigers. They've done the job in close games this year where they didn't last year.
And that's just poise, leadership. Marquise Reed's a guy as an upperclassman at the guard position. Gabe DeVoe's a senior. Shelton Mitchell is as steady as they come. And defensively, you know Brad Barnell teams are going to be stout.
Traveling. Brissett, guilty.
Brissett is a guy that loves to attack off the bounce. He's gotten to the hoop a few times in this first half. What he has to recognize now as a young player is that defense is beginning to rotate and close down those driving lines. Keep your head up, look for the next pass, and find an open defender.
How about Chukwu closing out on the 3? His second block. Brissett. Right on line, a little too strong. Under 8 to play in the half. Syracuse by 3, looking for a resume-building victory. Battle tried to feed the post. Excellent defense. Ahead to Reed. And he's denied from behind by Brissett. Saved by Dolezaj. Syracuse has been all over the hustle plays.
Those are winning plays right there. You don't give up and allow a transition basket, sprint in, knock it away, and the save to retain the offensive possession.
Orange have blocked 4 shots already in the first half. Shot clock's at 5. That was deflected by Mitchell. 3 to shoot. And the conclusion to the possession will come after the timeout.
A great defensive effort. You don't give up and consent a 2-point shot. Brissett flies in. Get that shot out of here.
3-point game here at the Carrier Dome. 7:08 to play in the first half. And 3 seconds on the shot clock for the Orange. Tough spot to inbound out of this timeout. Georgia Tech over Wake Forest early this afternoon. Miami over Virginia Tech in the battle. He'll get it off. Rebound Skara. Out there with Mitchell, Thomas, Reed, and DeVoe. Oh, nice pass. There's a kick ball on Chukwu. Here comes Amir Sims back into the game. Skara takes his seat. Clemson trying to begin the month of March with a victory. Had winning months of January and February for the first time in 28 years. Mitchell. And Syracuse will head the other way.
Tough shots. Every shot has been hotly contested. Even when the Tigers are able to break through and find the gap, the length of Syracuse is really causing problems here in this first half.
Tyus battles now 0 for 4. He missed 3 straight threes and tried to get to the basket to no avail. In and out for DeVoe. Matthew Moyer with a rebound in the ball game for the Orange. You watch Syracuse a lot, you know they often go in single digits in the shot clock. Brissett. And was he fouled? Yes. Before the potential travel. And that's the second foul on Marquise Reed. Here's our Lending Tree fast analysis. Clemson shooting just 20% from the floor. It's early, but that's significant.
Well, it is. And you're going to see that when you haven't played against this type of zone. The length of it, Syracuse can make up so much ground when you think you have an open shot. And partner, playing in a dome is something, if you're not accustomed to it, it takes a while to get used to. The depth perception behind the basket, just finding your surroundings. And the Tigers are seeing that here in this first half.
Brissett 2 for 2. Clemson's not a team that comes to the Carrier Dome every year. This is the 5th year that these two schools have been ACC rivals. Just the 7th meeting all time. Looking up high, Thomas had it knocked away by Moyer. Moyer helps Thomas up.
Syracuse has to get the ball to the middle. And they've been able to enter the basketball to the ACC logo right there at the foul line. They've had success. Elijah Thomas is not a skywalker. You're throwing lobs to him over the towering front line. Those aren't high percentage passes or plays.
Syracuse isn't deep, but they are long. And there's a foul shooting the 3. Ill-advised aggression by Moyer.
But Evan, that's what you have to do. You have to attack off the bounce. You see right there, he's at the ACC logo. That puts the defense in rotation. Now you can make the correct play. And rule number one defensively, you cannot foul a jump shooter. Costly play there by Moyer.
A.J. Oliver hasn't played in 7 of Clemson's last 9 games. That's his first free throw make since January 16th at North Carolina.
It ends a 9-minute drought by the Tigers. They have not scored a field goal since the 14:56 mark here in this half. And when things like that are taking place, your defense is working. You cannot bail out the offense by fouling a jump shooter, and now they get to the line and see the ball go through the hoop. That can inject confidence into a team that's struggling offensively.
A.J. Oliver, the son of the Clemson women's basketball coach, Audra Smith, entered today with 4 points in ACC play. He's got 3 points on that trip, all from the line. 2-point game, 5:18 to play in the half. Howard tried to hook it home, rebound to Clemson's DeVoe. How long does it take for a team to try to adjust to the Syracuse zone playing for the first time?
Well, Clemson came in last night, got shots up. You saw guys early before this game coming in, but live action is different.
Sure.
And with the fans in here on their feet, it's a loud arena. You have to find your way, and you have to see the ball go through the hoop. You can't just come out jacking up 3-point shots. And Syracuse has been in a pretty good offensive flow, but that is a bad shot by Brissett. You love the fact he's an aggressive player, but you can get that shot at any time in the shot clock.
And the shots that you can get at any time when they're shot with 20 on the shot clock, those tend to get under the skin of the coach.
Well, the long shots lead to long rebounds.
Right.
That allows Clemson to get out and run. Your defense isn't set, you're in rotation. And Elijah Thomas is doing a great job ducking in early. Anytime a big guy can get 2 feet in the paint, he's gonna be tough to guard. And he has nice footwork to shift the defense. He's putting a lot of pressure on that front line of Syracuse.
Thomas back to the line. It's a 1-and-1. Stays perfect from the stripe. Jim Boeheim became the head coach in 1976. Of course, 14 years before that, he enrolled in Syracuse as a walk-on.
It's been a lot of teaching for Coach Boeheim this year. You have guys that have had to step up in much bigger roles than a season ago. You look at the losses: John Gillen, Tyler Lydon, Andrew White, Thompson up front. You're replacing a lot of guys that played a lot of minutes. So he's had to teach and coach and really put guys in position for this team to excel.
They lost so much depth that basically played the season with 7 players. Tyus battles on the board.
Scarra dropped his hands for half a second, and that was enough time for Tyus Battle to boogie into his jump shot, and he rised up and shot that one with supreme confidence.
Battle recovered after going for the steal. Jim Boeheim wanted the push-off. Shot clock's at 7. Now down to 4. Mitchell feeds the post. Thomas spins and scores.
How about the footwork? Great ball movement. You're attacking the zone, making it shift from side to side. But a great find with Elijah Thomas on the baseline. He set it up by a hard dribble and then spun away for a nice floater from the big man.
First field goal for Thomas. He's 6 for 6 from the line. He's got 8 points. Again, the clock winding down, and traveling violation against the Orange. O'Shea Burchett slow to get up. Clemson down by 5 not long ago, now up by 1. Clemson leads by 1, 3 minutes remaining in the opening half. O'Shea Brissett, the freshman for the Orange, shaken up. He walked off under his own power after getting grazed in the face.
Well, the drive to the basket, he's whistled for the travel, and you see Elijah Thomas coming down and grazing the face. Got him right across the eyes. But what I would tell the freshman wing, he has to slow down. On the catch, he's immediately trying to attack, going a bit too fast, and after the initial 2 buckets, the defense is starting to converge. He has to drive, draw the defense, have his head up, and make the right play. He's going to have teammates open that he can possibly get open shots.
DeVoe, Oliver, Thomas, Sims, and Mitchell. Great hustle to get the offensive rebound. Oliver, he traveled. Right after the whistle, Brad Brownell was nodding toward his assistants like, yep, he did.
Oh, he agrees. And you love the fact that coaches, as much as coaches on their feet, challenging the officials, I'm sure the referees appreciate when they're applauded for making the correct call from the coaches as well.
Dolezaj takes the hit and the hoop.
And Dolezaj looks surprised himself after taking the hit, has his chin up. That keeps his eyes locked on the rim. A little strength from the young player, floats it up. He'll take 2 and possibly more.
Foul on Oliver. Dolezaj has had a great start to this game. He's got 7 points, and that has been the magic number for the guys outside the big 3. If the Orange can get someone to 7, that's usually a good sign.
Dolezaj is a talented player. You can just imagine when he puts about 15 to 20 pounds on him, that slight frame, he's going to be an excellent player here at Syracuse.
Amir Sims gets the roll.
The zone is vulnerable when you attack the middle by pass or dribble. When Syracuse has gotten the ball to the middle of that zone, they've been able to kick out for open shots or found open spots to float over the top.
Dolezaj with Moyer, Howard, Battle, and Chukwu. Clock down to 5. Battle takes it. Foul in Syracuse in the rebound. Chukwu picks up his 2nd. Time to look at the nation's top 25, brought to you by the Honda dealers of the Carolinas. 4 ACC teams in that AP top 25. Little game going on in Durham tonight. Jason, any predictions?
No predictions other than it's going to be a great game, and what you love about it as a player, a coach, a fan, is that you understand the entire world is watching. It's going to be a hotly contested game with a lot on the line for both ball clubs.
Finally a missed free throw for Thomas, but Sims keeps it alive.
If you're Syracuse, you cannot have that.
No.
You have to assume the shot is coming off. Step into the lane aggressively with your hands ready. And that's a turnover in my opinion. You have to come away with that rebound.
Whistle. I think it was a kick ball. Jim Boeheim saying it was off the thigh. Michael Stevens insisting he blew the whistle. It slipped out of his mouth. You heard the light tweet. Looks like a kick.
It was a kick ball. Frank Howard tried to block the pass from entering, and I heard the whistle, and it wasn't as loud as it possibly could have been, especially when you're surrounded by 20,000 unhappy fans.
Timeout call by Brad Brownell. Coming up in the Hardee's halftime report, we'll tell you a little bit more about the exciting new show from Raycom Sports, the Heroes of the Dorm Atlantic Coast region. Plus, we'll talk ACC tournament. Starting to have some clarification in terms of the seeding. Syracuse knows they'll be playing on Tuesday. Whom will they play? Clemson, by the way, with Miami beating Virginia Tech, has officially locked up that double bye. How the standings look at the moment. Syracuse could play Georgia Tech. Syracuse could get above BC if the Eagles fall and the Orange win. So it's looking like Georgia Tech or Wake Forest will be the Orange's opening round opponent.
Well, there are no nights off regardless of who you play. You have to show up prepared and carry out your assignments for 40 minutes. But what a fun week it's going to be in Brooklyn, New York. So much parity throughout the regular season comes to fruition in its totality next week.
Sizzling pass from Mitchell to find Thomas inside. He was fouled.
And I'm glad Thomas had his hands up and ready.
Right.
Because that was a rifle from the lefty.
That was headed to the same spot to catch another fan.
Have your head on a swivel. Protect yourself at all times. But Elijah Thomas is doing a wonderful job. Many times, Evan, hiding behind the defense. He's putting his heels on the baseline and waiting for that pass to be entered to the high post or from the top of the key, where all he has to do is catch and power the ball to the rim.
It's 3 fouls now on Sidibe. Minimal minutes. Elijah Thomas has had a very solid offensive first half. 9 points for the junior from Dallas, Texas. Clemson up 1, under a minute to play. Nice pass. Better block.
Sims stepped up and stopped the middle drive, and on the pass, quick twitch muscles, able to recover, goes up high for the block. It was clean, a great defensive stand there.
Howard rejected by Sims again. It's Clemson ball.
Evan, you talk about the Tigers stepping up and continuing to play well after the injury to Dante Grantham. A big reason, you have guys like Amir Sims that has taken that time, produced, and done the little things that help you get to the winner's circle on both ends. 2 big-time defensive rotations and block shots by 25 and Gray.
Shot clock is off. Reed gets it down low. Sims for 2 plus the foul.
The Clemson Tigers are flourishing against the zone now because they're looking diagonal and throwing the ball to guys hiding behind on the baselines.
Brissett just picked up his 2nd foul.
You see right there the ball fake. There's no ball pressure when Marquise Reed picks up his dribble, and he's able to zip that pass from one side of the floor to the other. Sims can't complete the 3-point play. That's a big finish to end the half.
Frank Howard, he didn't get it off. Clemson with a strong close to the half. Tigers trailed 16-11. They closed the half on a strong 14-6 run. 18th ranked Tigers, 3-point lead on the road at the break. Moten, the all-time leading scorer in Syracuse basketball history, 2,234 points. And now the number 21 jersey will hang here at the Carrier Dome. 3-time first-team All-Big East and the all-time leading scorer in the history of the Big East Conference.
Anytime you can score 500 points in all 4 seasons, I call that production. Step into the plate and ready to put the ball in the basket.
And it was Adrian Autry, now the Syracuse assistant. He had an ankle injury, the 3rd game of Moten's career. They were down in Atlanta playing Florida State. Moten walked into the locker room and saw his name on the board that he was starting. He immediately went and found a payphone, called his mother on the payphone, said, "I'm starting." He never failed to start again as Clemson makes it a 5-point game to start the second half.
Those are the times. We're talking about payphones.
Different times.
Different time. But Lawrence Poitras Moten was a great player at the college level. guy growing up that I love to watch myself.
I like how he made mention of his DC roots, Dave Bing, Sherman Douglas, and now Lawrence Moten.
Through and through.
Shot clock's at 3. Dolezaj just flings it, almost went in, and Chukwu's got the rebound. Kicks it out for Howard. Syracuse is going to have to make some of these outside shots if they're going to win this game. They're 2 of 11 from deep.
Well, you can't have that if you're Clemson. You played excellent defense.
There you go.
Throughout the shot clock, but you give the Orange 2 extra possessions. And it's funny how that is typically the result of giving up offensive rebounds. The team converting 3-point shots, and Tyus Battle, who struggled shooting in the first half, steps up and knocks down his first.
There's one thing perhaps we didn't emphasize enough, the fact that Battle only had 3 in the first half. That was a deep answer from Marquise Reed.
That's what Marquise Reed has done throughout this season. Anytime it seems that an opposition is making a run or making big shots, Marquise Reed seems to have an answer. Great job there stepping up and knocking down the 3.
Didn't step up too close, though. That was 6-7 feet beyond the line. And there's the answer, Tyus Battle. 3 more for the Orange.
But like I said, Battle struggled in the first half. And anytime as a player, a scorer, you see that ball go through the hoop to begin the second half, that instills confidence. If you're Clemson, you're going to have to step up and run him off that 3-point line here in the second 20 minutes.
Battle's now at 998 in his career, by the way. Sims turnaround wide to the right. Will Battle be hunting for his shot again? Battle looking to join McNamara, Owens, Moten, and Flynn. The sophomores with 1,000 in Syracuse history. Tyus Battle, the guy to create his shot at the end of the clock. Battle does it! 1,000 for Tyus Battle, the sophomore.
Tyus Battle is in his bag to begin this second half. Against a short shot clock, attacks the paint. Drops that inside shoulder.
Loose ball out of bounds off Clemson.
The sophomore from Edison, New Jersey. 1,000 career points. But more importantly, he has the hot hand to begin this second half. 8 quick points already. You can see defensively, Clemson in ball screens are keeping the big up on Battle. But the big 3 can now get going as well as the defense starts to shift to 25 and white. Percent attacks, great body control, moving his body around to finish. And the game plan for the second half, if you're Clemson, you have to stay poised. They haven't done it so far to begin the half, especially defensively. And for Syracuse, play fast but not in a hurry. And we've seen that result in high percentage shots and an added confidence here to begin the second half.
That was the principal second half game plan. 5 ties, 7 lead changes, plenty of time left in a huge game, especially for Syracuse. I mean, the tournament hope flame is flickering, nearly extinguished, but Jim Boeheim seems to always have a trick up his sleeve this time of year.
Well, Syracuse has wins. When you look at Virginia Tech and Miami, Louisville was a good win, but you need to get a win against a ranked opponent, especially on your home court, to end the regular season. That could go a long way into having the evaluators, the committee, look at the Orange with a better view as we head into ACC tournament play next week.
3rd foul on Chukwu. How about Brissett leaping and blocking the inbound pass? Don't see that very often. Battle through the contact. Fouls on Mitchell.
Syracuse
on an 8-0 run as we take the break with 15:57 to go. Car Insurance, Gabe DeVoe, scoreless from 3 today. They need to get him going.
Well, they do, and you see against the defense, when you attack the middle, you look to score or you look opposite. That creates avenues for shooters to step into the gaps and knock them down. And Gabe DeVoe, when he takes good shots, he's going to make more than he's going to miss. And again, against this Syracuse zone, you have to attack the ACC area. Look to attack ahead, look for high-low, but the pass opposite can be there more times than not. And if it's Gabe DeVoe, he has to step up, shoot the ball with confidence. And the senior needs to see one go through the hoop to gain some rhythm here in the second 20.
Clemson fans thought he had broken out of his shooting slump. He was 6 of 13 in the last 2 games after going just 2 of 14 in the previous 2 games from deep. Tyus battled a little heat check. Here comes Mitchell the other way. Elijah Thomas, the leading scorer for the Tigers. He's got 11 points. Great defense inside by Chukwu. And really the entire Orange team.
Well, it was. You extend the wings, but a bad pass by Gabe DeVoe.
Bodies tumbling everywhere, and the foul is going on Clemson. Number 2 on Skara.
When you take bad shots, that's as good as a turnover. Dolezaj unable to finish, but bodies flying everywhere inside. It is getting very physical in the paint area.
I think there were about 4 fouls that happened in that.
No doubt about it. Just pick a guy.
Skara's like, I was fouled twice, but I may have fouled somebody too. Around the ACC, brought to you by Flonase. What a game between Miami and Virginia Tech. The Hurricanes victorious. Georgia Tech clinches the 13 seed. Wake Forest will be the 14. Syracuse will play one of those teams most likely in the first round of the ACC tournament on Tuesday.
Again, along with Virginia, no team is hotter in the ACC right now than the Miami Hurricanes. And give Josh Pastner a lot of credit. Without his point guard, Alvarado, the Yellow Jackets have won 2 in a row now to close out ACC regular season play.
Looking for a gap against the zone. And Dolezaj inadvertently tackled Gabe DeVoe. Coming up this afternoon, ACC Network game, Notre Dame, number 1 Virginia. Bonzie Colson back. A lot of intrigue in that one. And later tonight, 2 more really good ones. Louisville, NC State. Huge game for the Cardinals, obviously. Kevin Keats' team trying to bounce back from the loss to Atlanta. And then a couple teams in the North Carolina Triangle. They play twice a year. They wear blue.
Well, as you said, that's a big game, NC State and Louisville.
That's against Skara. He wrapped the arm around and was caught.
And partner, that's why you have to be aware of where you catch that basketball on the wing. Coach Boeheim is happy about his defense stepping up, but offensively, you have to know when you catch that ball on the wing, you have to make a move, go somewhere immediately, because the length from the wing player and the post player stepping up, there can always be a trap in this Syracuse 2-3 zone.
Skara to the bench. Sims has returned. Dolezaj to Chukwu to Howard for 3.
Great job by Chukwu making himself available. And the handoff allows Frank Howard to step up. Defensively, you cannot go under a screen. And the Syracuse Orange comes storming out of halftime, now with a 6-point lead.
Frank Howard from downtown. Timeout Clemson. Orange by 6 at the Dome. Exclusive production of Raycom Sports. inside the Carrier Dome. The Orange lead at 36-30. It's an 11-0 run. Coming up at 4 o'clock, Bonzie Colson is back for the Fighting Irish, and they're looking for a resume win, much like Syracuse needing the win over the ranked team today to make a statement. The Irish could certainly use one as well. They're trying to get to 9-9 in the ACC, and number 1 Virginia. What kind of magic does Tony Bennett and DeAndre Hunter have left for today?
A big game for the Fighting Irish.
Also senior day for Devin Hall and Isaiah Wilkins.
Absolutely. But Mike Brey has done the job treading water. You get to 500 in ACC play with your best player back, the preseason ACC Player of the Year. That puts a lot of pressure on the committee if you're able to knock down the number 1 team in the country. And what an answer out of the timeout by Clemson.
Gigantic shot by Reed.
Again, he's a run stopper all by himself, taking and making big shots.
Shot clock's already down to 8. Battle had it poked away. It finds Howard with 3 to shoot. Chukwu tipped the rebound back outside to Battle.
Nice play by Chukwu. He could not get the rebound himself, but what he did, he got that left paw up, able to knock it away, giving his team another possession. And Brissett knocks down the 3, then reaches back with his bow and arrow and shoots one into the crowd.
O'Shea Brissett into double figures for the 27th time during his freshman season. Reed challenged, forced to give it up. Out of the short corner, and a bumping foul. And if it's on Chukwu, it's number 4.
Evan, you cannot throw the ball to the short corner right there. You're going to be trapped, swallowed, and put away. The guards of Clemson have to think one step ahead. You can't put your front line in those types of compromising positions.
Chukwu has to sit down with 4 fouls. Sidibe back in for Boeheim. Another deep 3. Why not?
Are you kidding me? Caution flammable. Marquise Reed. He shot that one from about 2 counties over. Deep.
Just trading triples right now here at the Carrier Dome. "12 minutes to play. Battle draws contact on the drive. We'll get ourselves a timeout. Marquise Reed, impervious to that line. He'll shoot it and make it from anywhere. We've got a 3-point game. 6. Syracuse leading 18th ranked Clemson. 12 minutes to play from the Carrier Dome in Syracuse. New York Life ACC tournament just 3 days away. 3 is a magic number today. We start play Tuesday at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. ACC Network has all 14 games leading up to Saturday night's championship in prime time. Last year it was Duke over Notre Dame. Duke became the first 5 seed to win 4 games at the tournament a year ago. Are you envisioning the ACC champ coming from the top 4? Or are you thinking the depth of this league could create some chaos?
I think there's going to be chaos all around. When you look at the league and the parity, the teams that are in that second level, even teams down in that third level, have knocked off some of the teams when you see in the top 4. And it's all about getting hot at the right time, and that's what makes March so special. And I think we're going to have a great time, great tournament next week in Brooklyn, New York.
Pretty cool. There have been 6 different ACC tournament champs in the last 6 years since 2012. Florida State, Miami, Virginia, Notre Dame, and in the last 2 years, North Carolina and Duke. A couple free throws for Battle. Makes it a 5-point game, and I believe the whistle before the shot. Foul inside on Sidibe. That's number 4 on Sidibe. So both Orange bigs with 4 fouls.
Well, that's a tough assignment for a freshman. Anytime you have Elijah Thomas ducking in as hard as he is, the young man has to do a better job of doing his work early.
Incredible play by Howard, and Battle finishes.
Syracuse is having all types of problems inbounding the basketball from under the basket, and the active hands of Syracuse leading to easy opportunities in transition.
This matches Syracuse's largest lead of the day. DeVoe, and then tipped back up and in by Thomas.
And he flexes on him after the tip. Elijah Thomas is a grown man inside. Shot goes up. He immediately maneuvers his body to get that inside position. And one arm was held behind his back. Able to tip it in and possible three-point play.
Foul was on Dolajai. Thomas, 8 of 10 now from the line. 14 points. And just like that, Clemson back within 4. Tigers know they're going to be one of those top 4 seeds. Winning this game, losing this game could be the difference between, 4 seed and a 6 seed in the big dance.
You just want to be playing your best basketball. You want to have momentum. The Tigers have won 2 in a row, and this is a winnable game. But they have to do the little things here in this second half to walk away with the victory.
Tigers get a stop. Reed slices through the defense. Teardrop 2.
Evan, this guy can score at all 3 levels.
Yes, he can.
From 3, off the bounce, he's a mid-range monster. And you see right there, he can get inside and has a variety of shots. They're the giant killer, the floater over the top.
He's 4 of 5 from 3. 5 of 7 overall. Deflected that ball out of bounds. He's got 14 of the game.
You see the ball movement, the ball fake, attacking the gap, and because Elijah Thomas ducked in so hard, that took the center defender out of the play.
Shot clock's at 3. Battle. 30-second shot clock violation.
Coach Boeheim is saying that shot hit the bottom of the rim.
Let's see.
Battle takes the shot, and you can see by the way the ball went straight down that it in fact hit the rim. The officials are going to confer with one another.
They're going to confer with a monitor as well. That's really close.
I don't think it's close at all. I think this has to be a quick look. You can tell by the way the ball on his shot, it didn't continue his natural flight and go out of bounds. It hit and went straight down. That would result into a new shot clock.
Are we sure it didn't hit the bottom of the backboard and go straight down? That's the angle that takes me to your side of the argument.
Absolutely.
They're going to reset the shot clock and give the Orange the basketball.
Brad Barnell tells his team as they leave the huddle to rebound. That's something, again, I'm talking about fundamental things when you're trying to win a tough road game. We can talk about making shots and some of the things we've seen, but you have to do fundamental things, box out, rebounding, 50-50 plays to win close ball games.
We tick into the 4th quarter of the final ACC regular season game for both these schools. Clemson 22-7, Syracuse 18-12. Howard unable to hit. Good block out by Sims inside. Sims to the corner, DeVoe out to Mitchell. Nice ball movement from the Tigers. Better recovery from the Orange. And a greater offensive rebound for Elijah Thomas.
Evan, they can't keep him off the glass. Right now, Clemson's best offense is throw that ball on the backboard and let 14 go get it. He is manhandling the front line, the young front line of Syracuse.
7 straight points for the Tigers. Timeout, Jim Boeheim. Great position for Thomas on that last rebound. He now has 16 points, 5 boards. ACC mobile app is free. It covers all 15 teams in every ACC sport. And right now, users have the chance to win Outback for a year. Look for a banner in the app for your chance to enter and win. More details available at theacc.com/mobile app.
Outback for a year. Are we allowed to enter? That's a lot of blooming onion and coconut shrimp.
Sounds delicious. Sounds like I'm gonna need to exercise a lot if I win that award.
Gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta live your best life. And coconut shrimp and blooming onion is doing just that.
Syracuse and Clemson tied at 43. Shot clock down to 6. Howard creates, gets it back, right back up and scores.
That's 12 offensive rebounds now from Syracuse. And Frank Howard, he knew that shot was short, stayed with it, able to corral it. Tough 2 by the point guard inside.
DeVoe unable to answer. Brissett cleans the rebound. Tyus Battle. 12 of his 15 in the second half. Howard now with 11. Only 4 Orange have scored. Brissett has 12. Dolezaj's got 7. Battle. Looking for Thomas, the pass too tall. 2-point game, 7:53 to go. We'll be back to the Carrier Dome after a word from your local ACC station. Heisman Trophy winner, Ernie Davis. Cold-blooded, you might say, in the snowy conditions at Syracuse. 45-43, our Toyota game summary. For summaries of other ACC games, go to the ACC.com. Both teams have shot the ball better from outside, Jason, here in the second half, but it's still anybody's game with under 8 to play.
Well, it is. Both ball clubs shooting a hot basketball here. Tyus Battle led the charge out of halftime, making shots from 3, attacking off the bounce, making tough 2s. This team right now showing live bodies defensively, flying around. They must do the job here in the final 750 of keeping Elijah Thomas off the backboard and then offensively executing, ensuring they get good shots each time down.
DeVoe on Brissett. Back outside. Battle guarded by Skara, and the great help comes from Thomas.
Thomas has done a bit of everything in this game. Great positioning, understanding the guards aren't looking to dump the ball down to the front line of Syracuse. The rotation, the block keeps it in play. The Tigers have a chance.
Marquise Reed ties the game.
Marquise Reed. I love the fact that Coach Brunell has made the adjustment. He's putting a guard in the center area now, so on the catch, they can look to score as well as be facilitators.
This is our 7th tie of the game. We've had 7 lead changes already. Syracuse has 9 to shoot. Battle had it deflected and stolen. Thomas again to steal. DeVoe rejected. Chukwu got it. And then he got it again. Get that shot out.
The hustle. You don't see many guys block a shot, land on their backside, able to get up, and then block another. Access denied.
More than 28,000 coming to their feet inside the Carrier Dome. largest crowd of the season, not just here, but in the entire country in college hoops. Orange looking for the lead. By the way, that was the third and fourth blocks for Pascal Chukwu.
You have to remind yourself, this arena is on a college campus. This isn't the NCAA tournament. 28,000 fans here trying to cheer their Orange on to a home victory.
Howard can't connect. Rebound ricochets around. Clemson ball. No, they changed the call. Just creating drama on the baseline.
There's that my fault moment immediately. You see right now with under 6 minutes to go, every possession means so much. Bodies flying around, guys pursuing every loose ball.
He didn't want to overrule 28,000 Syracuse fans. And you mentioned the on-campus arena. There also was a foot of snow yesterday.
Yeah, but class was canceled. So these students have been chomping at the bit for something to do, and they have reason to cheer as O'Shea Brissett attacks the paint, hangs in the air long enough to draw that foul.
The fourth on Skara. Frustration growing for the Clemson coach. Syracuse, the team that won't go away. Remember, 2 years ago, Clemson won in the Carrier Dome for the first time in overtime. DeVoe hit the three with 5 seconds left in regulation to force OT. And then last year down in South Carolina, Syracuse won by 1 after Grantham hit a shot with 6 seconds to go for the lead. Battle answered with a 3 at the buzzer. Marquise Reed.
The stare down to the fans, puts his hand to his mouth and tells them to silence themselves. He's a run stopper. He's done it all season. What a joy to watch. Number 2 in gray step up and knock down big shots.
19 for Reed. Battle, perseveres, no. Rebound, Sims. Reed in no hurry. Get it across half court with 21 on the shot clock. .12-4 run over the last 6.5 minutes. Led by Reed. Shot clock at 5. Mitchell to Sims. Brissett the rebound. Whistle away from the ball in a 1-point game. They got Reed his third.
Frank Howard got caught up on the screen and Tyus Battle unable to converge over. Reed knocks it down. And
Clemson has scored 23 points in the second half. Reed has 16 of those 23. Tied again. Battle at the line.
Reed's a guy that doesn't show any emotion. He's even keeled. But when you have 28,000 on your back, you knock down a big shot, you have every right to tell them to silence, even if it's momentarily. As you hear the Orange faithful right back on their feet. 1-point lead here in crunch time for Syracuse.
4 minutes to play. Strong take, couldn't finish, but Thomas there for the stick back once again. 18 for Elijah Thomas.
Thomas has a knack of understanding and knowing where the shot is going to come off Always in the right position, hands ready. And Evan, did you see how quickly he caught it and got it right to the rim? No wasted movement inside.
His instincts have been incredible. Shot clock at 8. Battle rejected by Thomas. Orange ball, 5 to shoot. And timeout for the final media version. 3:26 to go. Elijah Thomas has been the difference. It's a 1-point game.
You by Food Lion, raising standards without raising prices. How refreshing. By New York Life, with the right guidance, everyone can be good at life. By Coyote Tractor. And by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
A place with plenty of basketball tradition. There's no question about that. Syracuse University trailing by 1. The Orange have the ball with 3:26 to go. Elijah Thomas, 18 and 6. 8 of 10 from the line and perfect on 4 field goal attempts. In front of a packed crowd today, 28,670. Largest crowd in the nation in college basketball on campus all year. Syracuse, 5 of the top 7. Battle missed the 3. Brissett on the glass, and he was fouled.
We're talking about Clemson doing the job on the offensive glass, but it's Syracuse now, 15 offensive rebounds. And these are plays down the stretch that are going to become more and more valuable when you talk about possessions getting longer and needing to finish those defensive possessions with rebounds to win the game on either side.
Foul was on Thomas, his 3rd. Don't forget Notre Dame and Virginia coming up at 4 o'clock. DeVoe the rebound. We're tied at 50 with 3:15 to go. DeVoe to the corner. Mitchell leaves it. Inside, Thomas! 2 free throws. Second foul in battle. Just mentioned it, he's 8 of 10 from the line today. He missed them both, but another offensive rebound for the Tigers. How about Amir Sims?
And partner, I just said it. Down the stretch, you have to do the simplest of fundamental things, boxing out, finishing plays with rebounds, especially at the free throw line where you have built-in inside position.
From the corner. Foul is on Thomas. That's his 4th.
And Brad Brownell explodes down the sideline. His player had inside position. Not sure whether foul took place. Orange lucky. Ooh. Elijah Thomas is on the inside. Brissett was the first off the floor. That's a tough call in a tie ball game with 2:27 to go. Brissett steps to the line for a 1-and-1.
Orange back in front. O'Shea Brissett, 8th in the nation in minutes played. Of course, 2 of his teammates are 1 and 2. Hughes by 2. Reed gets it to DeVoe, to the corner, Sims. Brissett the rebound. It's like a football crowd. They quiet down a little bit when the Orange are on offense.
And that's the way it should be. You allow your team to focus when they have the basketball, and then you try your hardest to distract the opposition on the defensive end.
1:44 to go. Timeout for Jim Boeheim. They've got 9 to shoot. Well, the reason Clemson has stayed in the game, we talked about it off the top. Marquise Reed, double figures in 6 games in a row, including today.
Well, he came out in the second half, locked, loaded, and ready to fire. Stepping up, taking big shots, and distance is of no factor. This young man is a natural-born scorer, and with 28,000 on your back, he lets them know to have a seat for a short while.
Marquise Reed, the author of our Chevy Performance of the Game, presented by your local Chevy dealers. 5 of 7 from deep. What's Syracuse looking for with 9 to shoot here?
You're going to see a high ball screen and look for the Qs to try to attack the paint. And we know it's going to be one of 3 players taking the shot. But you want Frank Howard to make the right basketball play.
Well, Dolezaj was the 4th guy. They caught him backdoor and he missed the layup. At the other end, Mitchell can't convert. Foul on the rebound. Who's it on?
They're going to call.
I think they got Sims.
I think they're going to call over the back on Sims. And what's funny, Coach Boeheim had his jacket halfway off. He was ready, if the call did not go in their favor, to take it off and let it fly. Emotions are running high right now in the Carrier Dome. Every possession means so much here down the stretch.
And this result is so important. The difference between 8 and 10 in the ACC and 7 and 11. The difference between no wins against top 25 teams and a huge win against a Clemson squad that's in the top 10 in the RPI. Pascal Chukwu knocks down his first point of the night.
Only 1 point, but that was a big basket right there.
How about Pascal Chukwu? The block shots and the ice in his veins late at the line.
And he makes it a 2-possession game.
Reed goes to work. Chukwu the deflection. Wow.
And Evan, we talked about the others having to step up collectively and produce. It doesn't have to be points. Be a presence defensively, get rebounds, deflections, and Chukwu has his fingerprints on everything positive happening right now for the Qs.
Playing with 4 fouls down the stretch, too. Battle. No. Here comes DeVoe the other way. Reed cuts the deficit in half. Brownell has 2 timeouts left. He chooses not to use one there after the make. About a 13-second differential between the game and shot clock. And Jim Boeheim will take his final timeout. Stressful situation here in Syracuse. Orange have 18 to shoot, 30.8 remaining in regulation. And this is the first of a doubleheader on the ACC network. As soon as we're done, most of you will see Notre Dame and Virginia. Two timeouts left for Clemson. Well, here's Virginia 2 nights ago. They were down 4 with .9 left. Everything went right for the Cavaliers. Everything went wrong for the Cardinals. And this was a miracle inside the KFC Yum Center for the visitors from Charlottesville.
That's about as much emotion as I've ever seen from head coach Tony Bennett. There are a million ways to win a game. That was not one of them.
No.
But somehow the Cavaliers stuck together, very connected. And Louisville made mistakes down the stretch. But give Virginia credit. They had to step up, make those 3 free throws, and then make a bank shot on the road to win the game.
DeAndre Hunter, the freshman.
How about that? Window shopping on the road.
All right. Syracuse has 18 to shoot and a 2-point lead. Skara is on Battle. Tyus Battle. Good hedge by Thomas. Shot clock at 3. Battle, tough turnaround. No. Clemson's got 10 seconds. Marquise Reed to the basket, rejected. Syracuse barricading the rim down the stretch.
You knew Marquise Reed was going to try to take the shot. Nice job maneuvering his body around Chukwu, but O'Shea Brissett blocking the shot. And poetry and Moten, he likes it from the sidelines.
They're going to review who that ball went out of bounds off of. Number 21 unveiled at halftime here at the Carrier Dome for the all-time leading scorer in program history. Jim Boeheim said, you just look at the box score after every game, he had 18. He actually averaged 19 a game in his career. And you can tell by the roar of the crowd whose ball it is. Clemson is at 10-team fouls, so any foul is 2 shots. Officials saying it was out of bounds off the Tigers.
I tell you what, 3.4 after what we saw at Louisville against Virginia, this is an eternity in this ball game right now.
I mean, what about what we saw at Chapel Hill early in the week? Miami.
Big shot after big shot, and the most important thing right now for Syracuse, Brissett is the rebounder. He has to be sure of his passes, and the receivers have to meet the passes, strong with the basketball, anticipating getting fouled.
An important reminder, Syracuse cannot run the baseline here on the inbound.
And I'm sure Coach Boeheim has told him that, going to reiterate it, and an assistant coach is going to say it for a 3rd time when the huddle breaks.
Timeout was called by Clemson. Brownell and the Tigers still have 1 left. 3.4 to go. Unfortunately for the Tigers, the tie-up arrow belongs to the Orange. Bonzie Colson and Notre Dame. Devin Hall, Kyle Guy, Ty Jerome, DeAndre Hunter, and the rest of the Cavaliers. Number 1 in the land, coming off the thrilling win on Thursday. Coming up for most of you right after we wrap up here in Syracuse. Again, in college basketball this season, 5 of the 7 largest crowds in the country coming right here at the Carrier Dome.
Evan, you need your big players to step up and produce in the most important moments. And in the second half, it's been 25 in white, Tyus Battle, knocking down shots, leading the charge. And with 3.4 to go, the Orange holding on to a 2-point lead and possession of the basketball.
Battle's the best free throw shooter, 83% on the year, 4 of 4 today. Brissett. They don't have a timeout. They get it to Dolezaj. Marek Dolezaj, 69% from the line this year. 1 for 1 this afternoon. David Skara just fouled out. For a second, it looked like Syracuse wasn't going to get it in.
They were unsure. Right now, this is giving the coaching staffs essentially a free timeout. The officials trying to get Syracuse back onto the floor to shoot these free throws. But still, 2.2 is a lot of time in this game. Syracuse cannot foul if there's a missed shot on this free throw. Clemson has to have a play in store to rebound, get it, and go to try to get a good look at the basket.
Clemson does have the 1 timeout left. His 2 shots. The legend enjoying it.
He's saying 1 more. Dolezaj, water on the first. Coach Barnell trying to freeze the young man at the foul line on number 2, but also draw up what the Tigers are looking for, which will be their final offensive possession.
Now Syracuse in a great position now. If you make it, you're up 2 possessions. If you miss it, Clemson doesn't have time to get organized with them using the last timeout. The only thing that can really hurt you right now, the only things, foul on the rebound or a lane violation, as we saw on Thursday night.
Absolutely. We've seen these things happen in real time. You know the coaching staff of both teams understand that and trying to dot the I's, cross the T's to complete this final 2 seconds in this ball game.
Here's a note to wrap up today, Jason. They hung the number 21 up the Carrier Dome, but they retired the jersey, not the number. So Dolezaj can continue wearing number 21. And on Lawrence Moten's day, Dolezaj can't ice it. Can Clemson get it off? This is good if it goes. Oh! Syracuse survives. Wow!
What a way to finish the final regular season game in ACC play. Next week in Brooklyn is going to be a lot of fun, partner.
The Orange get the big win, 55-52. Wow, what a game. You've been watching coverage of ACC basketball on the ACC Network, an exclusive production of Raycom Sports. Good afternoon, everybody.